Good morning. Hello, mamas. You have to excuse me. I have a little bit of a cold going on, so if I sound a little funny, I'm sorry. But, okay, first of all, I have to address that I'm a little bit late jumping on this live video today because I swear my little one knows right before I'm about to go live, she wakes up like 5 minutes before. It's mom life. And all of you watching, I assume are moms or moms-to-be, so I hope you understand. That's why I'm a little bit late. And it's probably going to happen every week. I might be like 5 or 10 minutes late, but I will be here, I promise you. Okay, who am I? Hi, I'm Brooke. For all of you new faces who are now following me, hello. It is so great to meet you guys. I live in Southern Oregon with my husband, our 1-year-old baby girl, our English bulldog, and I have been on such a journey since becoming a mom, and my job right now for you guys is to be here and to support you guys as moms who are pregnant, expecting little ones, and kind of unsure of what to expect, what it's going to be like. I'm here to help you guys. I'm here to support you because I wish I had more support from moms who were in it with me, moms who had gone through it and were real with me and honest and open about what pregnancy and what postpartum would be like. I needed that more. And that's my mission as the Empowering Mama, is to help support you and empower you through your pregnancy, through your birth, and through your postpartum. So today I wanted to talk about being healthy and staying healthy during your pregnancy. Now, before I dive into that, I want to make sure if you missed it, make sure to grab the hospital bag checklist that I made for you guys for any expecting moms. If you're wondering like, what the heck should I pack when I go to the hospital when it's baby time? I have a whole complete list for you, for baby, and for your partner of what you guys might want to pack. I was the mom who my water broke and I had nothing packed for the hospital. I packed during contractions. Not ideal. So learn from my mistakes. I created this list for you to make things easier. I'm going to post that link as soon as I'm done with this live video. It'll be posted in the about section of this live video. You can find it. They're all posted in the comments. So check that out. Okay, let's dive in. Now, before we get started talking about staying healthy during your pregnancy, I want to address the fact that that can be a topic where it causes a lot of comparison for moms. I know it did for me in the past, and I know you can look at my journey and say, oh, I can't do that, or I'm not a good mom because I didn't do what she was doing, or no. This is not about comparison. Please don't compare yourself to me or to any other mom out there. This is about you and your journey. And I hope that sharing what I did and some healthy tips that I took advantage of throughout my pregnancy helped to inspire you, and they might help you. This is not to say what I am doing is the right way and that, you have to do what I did. No, that's not ever what my message is as the Empowering Mama. It's to just share what I've learned and what other people have tried that have worked for them to help you guys. So the first thing I did really started before pregnancy. So if anyone's watching and you're not pregnant and you're trying to get pregnant, you want to be pregnant in the future, you want to be a mama down the road, it started before pregnancy for me. It started when I really was watching what I was eating, and that sounds bad. I shouldn't say it like that because that sounds like a diet. No diets here. I started eating real food. I started to stop eating junk. I started to get the processed foods out of my life, get all the junk that was making my stomach hurt and making me feel really bad. I started to eat real foods. I started to exercise more. That all started before pregnancy. So when I became pregnant, it was easier for me to keep up with exercise and to stay healthy with what I was eating, things like that. Excuse me. Man, the colds going around are just like not fun. So if you're thinking about getting pregnant, highly recommend starting your health journey before you get pregnant. If you need some help with that, I'm always happy to help support you and give you tools and resources for people who can help support you. So let me know if you're looking for support, for some more support around health and fitness before pregnancy. Okay, number 2, the second thing I did was during pregnancy, I ate a lot. I ate so much. I would joke sometimes, be like, I eat more than my husband. And the whole thing, eating for 2 isn't really a thing, but you do eat more, right? If you're growing a human, you need to eat more to sustain yourself and to sustain this little human that you're growing. You're going to eat more food. For what I did was I just ate real food. I tried to have as much really healthy snacks, really healthy meals planned. Of course, you guys, like I went off and like had my treats every now and then, but for the most part, I had healthy things inside the house. Some of my favorite healthy snacks were like RX bars, trail mix. I had a lot of apples and almond butter. I ate a lot of whole milk yogurt. For some reason, like before pregnancy, I didn't really have much dairy because it kind of messed with my skin. During pregnancy, I craved dairy. Like I craved dairy like crazy. Pregnancy is so weird. So I listened to that craving and I ate really good whole milk dairy products. So that might look like whole milk grass-fed yogurts, the Siggis, I think is how you say it, Siggis. That's a great yogurt. It's really high in protein, and it's a good whole milk yogurt. You can add fruit in, you can add some granola, you can add nuts on top, like whatever you want to add to it, that's a great snack. Those are some snacks that I loved. And then just planning healthy meals, crock pots. And I would always go on Pinterest and look up, paleo crock pot or paleo dinner. Now, not that I'm strict paleo, meaning like, but paleo meant to me is that I knew it would have really good whole, real food, whole, natural, nutritious ingredients. So that's why I always look for those kinds of meals. But I ate so much during my pregnancy and I didn't restrict myself because I was comparing to the person I was before pregnancy. That's silly. I listened to my body. If I was hungry, I ate. I never said like, oh, I shouldn't be eating because I've already had a snack today. Eat. And my mentality is eat what you need to eat whenever you are hungry. And if you can eat real food, that is ideal. That was one of my big things. Excuse me. I'm sorry, guys. My throat is killing me. Okay, the third thing I did was I prioritized sleep and listening to my body over anything else. So sleep is so important. Not only when you're pregnant, but every single day of your life. Sleep is so important. So if I was tired, like I didn't drag myself out of bed to go work out. Like I got enough sleep and then I did work and then I did, my workouts, whatever it might be. Sleep is so important. But I also listened to my body. During pregnancy, things are changing, you're feeling different. Like you might have a plan to go work out or you might have a plan to do this, that, and the other. And if you're not feeling well, if your body is aching and your feet are sore and you're really tired, listen to your body. Like that's my belief. Listen to your body if you're not feeling something. A lot of times I was going to go do like a weightlifting workout and I wasn't feeling very good. So I would go do some yoga or I'd go for a light walk. Like listen to your body and what it's telling you and don't try not to have that soundtrack in your mind like, oh, I should be doing this or I should be doing that. Really listen to your body and say, listen, if I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it. I'm gonna honor myself and honor my body, honor my baby and do what's right for us and not force myself to go do something because I should be, right? Be careful of that should be word. Okay, the fourth thing I did was I moved. Obviously movement is life, and now I will say that I'm not a trainer, I'm not a doctor, so this is not medical advice, but in my opinion, moving throughout my pregnancy helped me so much. And I know there's a lot of talk of like, whatever you do before pregnancy is what you can kind of continue into your pregnancy. So again, I'm not a doctor, don't take this as medical advice, but I moved. I went on a lot of walks. I lifted weights. Like weightlifting was huge for me. Obviously the cardio couldn't be what it was before my pregnancy. So I cut back on all that cardio and I started lifting weights and it made me feel really good. It made me stronger. It helped me so much throughout pregnancy and to recover. I had that muscle strength that I had built before pregnancy, during pregnancy, and it lasted me and helped me to recover faster. I fully believe that. And even walks, like down, once I got real pregnant and real big, I went on walks. I went on walks with their moms. I walked every morning with my dog, and that helped me so much to like wake up each morning, take my dog for a walk. That fresh air helped me. I know that helps a lot of moms to avoid being sick. If they can get up and get some movement in before they start to get nauseous, that's really helpful. But getting out and getting that walk in just helped me to get moving, helped my joints to move, helped everything to get flowing. That was so helpful. So I just moved. I moved however possible. Like I mentioned too, yoga too is great. There's lots of other resources out there. If you want some help and advice with that, let me know. Okay, the last thing I did, of course there are multiple things, but I'm going to stick to 5 to keep it easy for you guys. The last thing I did was I didn't weigh myself. This is kind of a combo. I did not weigh myself throughout my pregnancy, and I did not compare myself to anyone else or myself before pregnancy. And this was hard at times. So let's tackle the weigh myself. I did not weigh myself because I know, and I know a lot of women struggle with this. We get attached to that number, right? We know how much we weighed before pregnancy, and then we start to get freaked out thinking like, oh my gosh, I've gained this much weight. Oh my gosh, is that baby weight, or is that fat? Like, am I getting fat? Oh my gosh. I never wanted to be like that. I never wanted to fall into that hole, and I don't want you guys to either. So I highly, highly, highly recommend getting rid of the scale. Hiding it, get rid of it, sell it, give it whatever, Goodwill it, get rid of it. It messes with your mind so much, and I highly recommend just not having it in your life. You do not need to weigh yourself throughout pregnancy. If you are going to the doctor and you're seeing someone regularly, they're going to make sure that you're safe and you're healthy. But you don't need to be attached to that number every day. It's just going to drive you crazy. As long as you're eating well and staying well and you're healthy, you're going to be fine. You don't need to weigh yourself. And then not comparing myself to who I was before pregnancy and to anybody else. So comparing to who I was before wouldn't do me any justice. I was not that same person, and I'm not that same person to this day. I was growing a human, right? Of course I'm not going to be like the Brooke but before a human, right? So I didn't compare like, oh, dang it, the Brooke before could do, 20 pull-ups. I couldn't, but let's just pretend. I'm not going to compare myself to that person because obviously I can't do those things, and I'm not that same person. And I didn't let that bring me down. I just said, I'm in a beautiful new stage of life. I am growing a baby, and that is beautiful. So I'm not going to be able to do the same kind of workouts I did before. I'm not going to, eat the same amount I did before. I'm going to eat more. I am not going to have the same mindset. I'm not going to be the same person because motherhood has changed me for the better, and I am a different person because of it. So I didn't compare myself to what I did before and to all of those, that person that I was before. And I highly recommend, if you can kind of let that idea go of that you need to get back to who that person was, you will be so much happier. Embrace who you are in this moment, in this day, with this baby. You are a different person. You are a mama, and it is beautiful. So just the more you can let go of comparing yourself, the happier you will be. And comparing yourself to other people, right? You're going to see other moms. You're going to see, maybe you watched me in my journey. If you followed me for a while, maybe you followed me while I was pregnant and you saw me doing all those crazy workouts and you're like, I suck. I'm not a good mom. I can't work out like her. I have a bad pregnancy because I'm not working out like her. No, each of us are different. We are all so different. What works for one person might not work for the other. We are all different human beings. We have different bodies. We have different journeys. So you can't compare yourself to me. What I've done is not the one right way, right? What I do is I share my journey. I share my stories to help inspire you and to help motivate you and give you support. But it's not to say that this is the one way you have to do something. No, so try not to compare yourself. Put your blinders on. It's like a racehorse. They have blinders on so they don't see the other horses they're racing with, and they just move. They keep on moving straight ahead. You have to be the racehorse with the blinders on, right? And all you're focusing on is yourself and that baby and your pregnancy and having a healthy pregnancy and a healthy baby and a healthy birth and a healthy postpartum. Like, that's all you have to worry about. So don't compare yourself to anybody else. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about when trying to be healthy and fit and all of that during your pregnancy is giving yourself grace. My mom is watching. Hi, Mom. Give yourself grace. Like, that is the one thing I think I struggled with that throughout my pregnancy too, and even postpartum, like, and to this day even, it can be hard to give yourself grace, but give yourself grace throughout your pregnancy, throughout your birth, throughout your postpartum. You're not going to have it all perfect. You're not going to have it all figured out. And that's okay. Just because you might have a bad day, you might feel like crap, and that's okay. It's all right. You're going to be okay. Give yourself grace throughout this entire journey, because guess what? If you're a first-time mama, this is the first time you're doing it. The first time you're learning all of these new experiences and these body changes, and what you're expecting and what you're going through is all new. So give yourself grace as you work through that and you learn. You're gonna have good days and bad days, and that's okay. So give yourself grace, mama, through your pregnancy, through your birth, and through your postpartum, and throughout motherhood. Like, we all need to give ourselves more grace on this journey of motherhood. So you guys, I hope that is helpful. Before I leave, I want to share a quick tip. I know I touched on nutrition and real food, and a lot of people are like, what does that mean? Like, what do I eat? So one of my favorite books, and I'm actually reading it right now, but it's called Real Food for Pregnancy by Nichols. I'm going to share, I'll post the link so you guys can find that. It is a great book to set you up if you're thinking about being pregnant in the future. I highly recommend ordering that, reading through it, preparing for your pregnancy. And if you're pregnant right now, it can really benefit you. She goes into more than just, food too. There's things about exercise in there, about supplements, so many different things that will help you throughout your pregnancy and even through your postpartum. So I highly recommend that. And then before I leave, I just also want to reiterate that, you guys, I'm not a medical professional. What I said here is just my experience, my journey, my tips and advice. But if you need to see your doctor and obviously seek medical advice that way, I am not your doctor. So talk to your doctor about anything that you're concerned about or about this journey. If you have questions like that a doctor should answer, ask them. But I am here if you want to know more about, what I ate and what I did throughout my pregnancy. I am here to support you and to give you my experience and my advice. So let me know. And again, thank you guys for watching. I will be sure to post the links to the hospital bag checklist if you mamas want to download that, as well as the link to one of my favorite books, Real Food for Pregnancy, if you want that resource. All right, have a great Saturday, and I will talk to you guys soon.